and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
How to stem the danger of Berlusconi's candidacy in Italy. The whole center-right political party officially insists on nominating Silvio Berlusconi to the Quirinale. This is in itself a serious matter, which must be treated as such, well beyond tactics or skirmishes. Silvio Berlusconi is an Italian media tycoon and politician who served as Prime Minister of Italy in 4 governments from 1994 to 1995, 2001 to 2006, and 2008 to 2011. By the way he made use of the institutions and his power, Berlusconi was the political leader who most endangered liberal democracy, after Donald Trump, in the West. And he systematically violated its principles, writes Emanuele Felice, journalist at the Daily Domani. If he were elected today, he would be elected because he was crowned by 2 leaders like Salvini and Meloni, who openly refer to Orban's a liberal democracy, Putin and Trump. Such an outcome would be a disgrace to the Italian Republic for ethical and political and naturally judicial reasons. It would mark the fall of our highest and most precious institution, from a bulwark of guarantee to an instrument of a possible illiberal involution of our country, stated Felice. Now, to grasp the signs that are around, it seems an unlikely eventuality. The front creaks, there is a distinction, a sign that the numbers are difficult. But despite this, the Allies continue to formally support him. Moreover, with a certain contempt for ridicule, they ask Berlusconi to dissolve the reserve held up to now, after a meeting at his residence. It is a fact that speaks volumes about the nature of the center-right that we have in Italy. He adds confirmations on the nature of leaders such as Matteo Salvini and Giorgia Meloni. In addition to Berlusconi himself, the first who should realize the situation and instead is forcing the country to this embarrassing and dangerous test, for all of us, in front of the whole world and in such a moment. Italy's center-right thus confirms that it is profoundly illiberal, adventurous, and irresponsible. Like in no other country in Western Europe, perhaps the only comparison that still stands is that with the United States, where the Republicans are hostage to Trump. The center-left must avoid making a fatal mistake. Remove Berlusconi and vote for another center-right name, which is not divisive. Such an outcome would still be a victory for Berlusconi and for all the center-right, this center-right. It would mean accepting the possibility of Berlusconi as a starting point for a negotiation. PD and Cinque Stelle must also avoid the opposite error and entrench themselves in indignation. Perhaps propose a flag candidate, thus endorsing the idea of an Italy divided in 2, in which each party, after all, has the right to be legitimized and go to the clash with the risk of losing. It is necessary to react by focusing on a figure of very high prestige, not attributable to either of the 2 sides, and who is, therefore, able to make inroads even among the large perplexed center-right voters. He is a figure capable of winning without giving in to negotiations with those who jeopardize our highest institutions, but without sacrificing himself and testimony. Authors note, the general tendency of most politicians and the media on Mr. Berlusconi is prejudice to be negative. This article is an opinion piece by the author. More news about Italy. Number Italy. Number Berlusconi.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.